I'm Chris with Tennis Warehouse. I'm here with the foot doctor, Zach. You've probably seen his YouTube channel. He's famous for cutting shoes in half and showing you what's going on inside them. We're outside the T-Dub tent here, and we're gonna go in and pick out 3 shoes that we really like for certain reasons. Zach, have you thought about what you're gonna pick?
Yeah, I think I've got some out-of-the-box picks. I don't want to be too predictable.
All right, right on. So we're gonna head on in, pick out our shoes, and then we'll take you through what we like about them. Let's head on inside.
Do it.
Zach, we've made our choices here. Why don't you take us through the first shoe you got?
All right, we're in the desert. It's actually not that hot today, but it does get super hot. So my first pick is the Head Sprint Pro 3.5. The only reason for that is the cage on the bottom of the shoe. You can actually open a tab underneath the removable insole and you get breathability right where your foot produces the most heat, the most moisture. So you're expelling it right where it's happening the most. The rest of the shoe is pretty excellent for sliding. It is a lighter shoe too, so obviously in a climate like this, it's gonna be pretty good in terms of breathability through the uppers, but that cage on the bottom of the shoe, when you're playing in super hot desert conditions, it does not get much better than this in terms of comfort for heat and moisture.
Great pick. Played in that with the tab in place, and then I've peeled it off. You can really feel the difference when you take that off. And if you happen to walk through a puddle, your foot gets wet.
It's an extra bonus.
Yeah. Okay, my first pick is the Gel Res 9, Gel Resolution 9. I've been a Gel Res fan for a long time. I think this is the best one yet. I love the way it hugs my foot. The support, the stability is perfect for me, and it is a shoe that puts me low to the ground. And I like to rely on my shoe for when I'm defending. Scampering around on the baseline laterally. And this is a shoe that really just gives me a lot of confidence to do that and move as aggressive as I can at my age. And I feel like the shoe's there for me. It lets me slide a little bit if I want to, and I never feel like I'm gonna roll an ankle or anything like that. Do you like this one?
Yeah, it's interesting because the Gel Res 9 does something that really no other shoe, at least in the tennis space, does, and that's there's no internal shank. The shank is all around the outside of the shoe. So it sits you lower to the ground, but it still protects the foam. So the shoe's foam stays as durable as anything else with an internal shank, but you're also feeling the ground a lot better. It's really wild how they figured that out where no one else did.
Yeah, the Trust Stick is definitely impressive bit of the design on that one. Okay, take us through your next pick.
All right, my next pick, this is just a shoe that's near and dear to my heart. It's the New Balance 796. The reason I like this one so much is it is a flagship level playing shoe for a budget price. So on my channel, everyone's always asking me, what's the best budget shoe? This was my #1 shoe just overall about, I think a year, maybe a year and a half ago. The outsole tread on it is the same as the 996, which is a little bit higher up in their lineup. And maybe a little bit of slippage concerns in the ankle collar because it's not as robust, so you definitely want to use the runner's knot. But in terms of a flagship level performing shoe, lightweight, but also light on the budget, I hope they never stop making this shoe. It's just out of this world.
All right, my next pick is the Lacoste AGLT 23. I'm a big fan of this shoe. I think the support and stability, again, you're kind of seeing a theme with what I've gone with here. It's top notch. I love the style. I love the way they've colored up the shoes. This one's got the Medvedev logo on the back of it. Again, it's a shoe I feel comfortable sliding in. I don't slide a ton, but I do slide out of shots a little bit here and there just to take some pressure off the knees and ankles. And this is a shoe that does that for me. And like the Gel Res 9, I find it really comfortable too. What do you think?
Thing with this shoe is Lacoste, from their first rendition of the AGLTs, the forefoot just felt like you were hitting into asphalt. Whereas in the 23 Ultra, they put more of a thermoplastic foam in the forefoot, which means the stack of foam in the forefoot is still pretty thin, but you don't feel the ground anymore. Well, you feel the ground, I mean, there's good contact, but it doesn't feel like you're bottoming through it. So with this shoe, this was my #1 shoe, I think, the last time around. Just because you get the low to the ground feel like in the Gel Res 9, low stack of foam, but your metatarsal head, the ball of your foot, doesn't feel like it's plummeting into asphalt. This one also has a micro gridding on the tread. So if you look at it under a microscope, it's got these little dimples on the tread, and that gives an even more just really tactile sensation on the court. That's gonna wear off, obviously, if you slide a lot, but while the shoe is newer, I mean, the sensation underfoot, I think on this one is unlike anything else on the market.
Yep, love that one too. Okay, your third pick.
All right, my last one, this is probably the most obvious, but it's the Mizuno Wave Enforce Tour. This has been one of my personal favorite shoes since it's come out. It's got 3 layers of foam in the midsole, and then it's cut out here in the heel. The thing I like about this one is it reminds me of some older shoes that are not on the market right now, namely the Adidas Soulcourt Boost. It's got the same protection in the heel, the same feeling in the heel. It's not super clunky, but it's also not super minimalist either. I think it just goes right in the middle of pretty much, you know, you want a shoe for pretty much anybody, any game style, this is it. Plus, it's one of the only shoes of anything, you know, running, basketball, tennis, pickleball, whatever, that has a dynamic ankle collar, which means that you're actually lacing down 2 ankle collars, which means you can fit the bulkiest orthotic, the bulkiest brace you can put in there, which is something I'm concerned about, and you still will not slip out of this thing. It's got the best containment in the ankle I've ever seen, and no one seems to want to copycat them, so this is still going to be one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love the cushion ride in that one. It's a shoe I can be in for long, days on the court, and my feet stay nice and comfortable. So great pick there too. Okay, my last one, K-Swiss Ultrashot 3. Been a big fan of this shoe. It's really sleek feel on the foot. I would say it's one of the faster ones out of the 3 I've picked for me when I'm moving around on the court. Nice low to the ground in the forefoot, but still plenty of cushioning for me. So I feel like I'm really connected to my court movement. Really nice cushioning under the heel, locks my foot in. I have a narrow foot, and this one really locks me in nicely. What do you think about it?
Yeah, with these ones, I think my favorite part about the Ultra is it's the uppers, right? I think for a maximalist shoe in the uppers, they actually do bend and sway a little bit. I mean, a lot of times when you look at the uppers of a shoe, a lot of it's just, a dog and pony show. But in these ones, they really do bend and move with you a lot better than other maximalist shoes. I also like the lateral stabilizer on there that goes all the way around. Modern game, you really kind of need that, also with the Gel Res 9. But yeah, this is also kind of like this one, pretty good overall pick, especially if you're someone that slides a little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah. Okay, I think we've got 6 great shoes here. Zach, thank you for taking us through and sharing your expertise with us. And that's all we got for this one. Thanks for watching.
See ya.